Steven Rivera. And Steven Rivera has a son named Sebastian Rivera. Sebastian is now a 4-time NCAA champion wrestler. He was the only wrestler to ever win the NCAAs at Northwestern. Then he transferred to Rutgers. Now he's on the he's on the Olympic team, and he's carrying the torch for the USA.
He's carrying the flag?
Yeah. The torch, yeah. He's going to be the flag bearer, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Not the torch. He's carrying the flag.
Yeah.
Wow, that's...
I mean, it's so cool.
That's amazing.
That's the biggest...
This is a kid who grew up, his father wrestled at Trenton State College, and then he was Frankie Edgar's wrestling coach throughout his entire career, his high school, college, and UFC career. And now this kid who's just watched Frankie is now in the Olympics. It's just amazing to me.
All right now, the greatest producer to come out of Metalon is Steve.
Yeah.
But let me take that title from him real quick.
I thought it was Rick Rubin.
How soon are we going to get the flag bearer on the show?
Sebastian?
Is he...
Yeah, I can get him on tomorrow. Next week.
Now, if he stumbles while he's running with the flag, and
they don't run with the flag.
Well, if it hits the ground, at least he has a torch. He can light it on fire right away, right? That's what you do. Is that what you do with the flag?
No, that's the X Games.
The torch, the torch won't be in the parade. Now, I think in the Paris they've been showing it's going to be on boats and stuff.
Yeah. So
it's not going to be as whatever or better. But what they did, at least here in the States, was the torch was ran across the country. Right. And everybody had the honor, whether you paid for it or whatever. But, the flag is just what you walk in for the ceremony. You walk in and then walk out with it.
And I have some insight. You remember when John Jones fought Gagne? And he said that, so the France actually changed their flag. It's just plain white because they're just known for, giving up. The French just give up automatically.
Well, that's like what Matt Hughes said to GSP back in the day, and this was during your era. So when that whole thing was going back and forth with Matt and GSP, and I remember it like it was yesterday. Matt said at a press conference that he started a new hobby, and they're like, "Oh, Matt, what's your new hobby?" I don't know who sounds like that, but he goes, "I'm going to start collecting vintage Canadian war rifles, never shot." George didn't like that too well.
Speaking of war, World War II happened, and you never hear about Ireland during that war, right? So one day I was in a bar and I said, "You guys have Jameson?" And the owner of the bar, she said, "I will never carry Jameson." And I was like, "Why?" She goes, "Because in World War II they wouldn't even let us use their ports, even bring food to our troops, to the Allies." And I never thought about that. I never knew that. She goes, "I have a long memory, and my father we're there from England." He goes, "I will never, ever."
Good for her.
Yeah,
and good for her.
But after she said it to me, it never dawned on me that in World War II speak, you never hear about Ireland. And now I guess I know why. They were kind of neutral, stayed out of it.
Switzerland.
Yeah.
How many times do I need to tell you it's going to pour? How many times?
It's a Garth Brooks concert. It's when the thunder rolls.
Thunder rolls. Yeah.
Speaking of concerts, did you guys hear Morgan Wallen canceled his concert last weekend because he was hungover?
Well, Tampa's a little rough for people.
Yeah.
They're not built for that. we're veterans in this one.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, talk about selfish and irresponsible. This is not it wasn't even Amalie Arena. It was Raymond James Stadium. I mean, that's what 60,000 people showing up for your concert.
Yeah, whatever reason, whatever you want to say, but big ups goes to Jelly Roll?
Jelly Roll, yeah.
Who Jelly Roll said, "Yep. I am going to find
a venue,
the Dallas Bull, and but better yet, Hulk Hogan with his Real American Beer brought Jelly Roll out on stage at the Dallas Bull, introduced him to the crowd,
That's
and
great.
They saved the night. So
yeah, well, it's not that they saved the night because you couldn't get 60,000 people. We just had the torch ran in.
Don't drop it.
But big ups to him. He didn't have to do that. No. And it wasn't him that canceled. And but he went and did the right thing and a good thing and didn't charge. Now Dallas Bull made money because made it on the beer and all that stuff, but no entrance fee. You had to have a ticket to that night. Yep. And big ups to him.
Yeah, it shows that people aren't ready for that Tampa nightlife because it's a different level down here.
I've heard a lot. I've heard Jelly Roll even before he did that gesture last weekend. He's been really coming up as an artist, and a lot of people respect him. Musicians respect him.
Well, hopefully we're all going to get to go see him next time he comes to town. It's a small world, and I always say be careful who you talk to, be careful who you piss off. But one of Tim Sylvia's biggest sponsors used to roll with Jelly Roll, used to come to town all the time.
Wow.
No pre-tattoos and stuff.
Roll?
Speaking of
no pun intended, Jelly
Speaking of
Roll.
It's a Small World, Whoopi Goldberg just sprinkled her mom's dead ashes at It's a Small World inside Disneyland. And she knows it's wrong. She said she knew it was wrong, but she sprinkled her dead mother's ashes over the theme park because that's her happiest place on earth.
You know what?
Thoughts on Whoopi Goldberg?
If you got caught doing that, you'd be in jail.
Right. I was going to say she should go to jail. She should be banned for life.
She says that if Trump wins the election, her and the Rapinoe chick from the soccer, they're leaving the country.
She said that last time.
Megan Rapinoe, yeah.
Let's pack them up. Let's get them out.
First of all, when you say something like that and you don't follow through, you're crap. And they've all said that.
Yeah.
And who is left?
I'll buy the plane ticket for them to get out of our country.
I know somebody else I want to leave, mainly if he wins. That's the other guy.
Right.
So if he wins, can we ship him out with Whoopi?
They can all go.
They all can. All right, when we return, a former FBI agent, we're going to talk a little bit about the situation that happened in Pennsylvania on the attempted assassination on one of the biggest, if not the biggest, UFC fan.
Not just UFC, combat sports.
We'll be right back.